Where we were last time? We were trying to make an investigation, I think, on the cashier? Inspect victim's body. Get ammonia from the gardener. I did that though. Pay for damages. I haven't done that. Call COV using Kim's shortwave. That's Kim, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we need to do that.
Can I help you?
So his radio was outside in the car, right? I mean, Hinterland is definitely better overall than Gust for what you can do in a game, man. Especially early game. Gust is way too dependent on level 20. Just like Sundering is better than Earthquake.
Inside,
In
you
any
see
way.
a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Pick up the radio.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
I need you to connect me to a civilian Sylvie. She maybe reported a murder. She may have reported.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Kim, didn't Gartek give you Sylvie's number?
Yes. Hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Is that a real number? Can you actually call someone in the real world?
Received. Hold on, officer.
Start slapping a marching rhythm on your thighs. Sure.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you.
I have Sylvie Malaika?
Yes, hello?
Female voice greets you through the static. It sounds like she's million miles away from here. This is the police calling. I have some questions for you about your last days at work. Sylvia, I believe we met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirlwind in ranks. Did we actually meet her? Cause I'm having an amnesia at the moment. So I need to remember what we did from dialogues only. From quest text. She did an anonymous call or something, but I don't remember meeting her.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
Oh, I guess she did meet me. Oh well.
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
No brain. We don't wanna do that. We are here to stay on the mission, not to flirt. What is this question? Have you seen? I guess cause I am looking for my gun actually. Sure, I'll ask her that later. Why did you quit your job?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
What? This is an investigation. What do you mean you're not comfortable?
Why not?
Why aren't you comfortable discussing with me?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Get away from who?
You know who.
No, I don't. Garte. Who is Garte?
What? No, why would you even think that?
He told me he asked you out. Are you saying it didn't happen? Sylvie, don't be afraid of that pig. First thing?
Please, don't bring Gart into this. It's none of your business. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
Bray, give me information. What are you talking about?
No, not me.
What do you mean you didn't call the police? Why didn't you call if you saw a corpse then?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse.
Should have called us the police.
No one calls the police. The Union would get angry.
What do you mean?
You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Is the Union Mafia, is that it? Lower your microphone. Is she speaking truth? The Union is the wall around here? I'm the authority here. Looks like there is no limit to my authority then. Tell me, why exactly did you let a corpse hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of calling us? I see. Maybe there's something else you can tell me about. I'll ask him.
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the Dock Workers Union.
Okay.
Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation.
So, it is like Mafia. I am the authority here.
Okay.
What? Was that it? Okay. Tell me, why exactly did you let a corpse hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of calling us?
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
This is the authority part of my brain speaking. This is way too authority approach to save your own skin. This is more of a concern approach, which we're gonna try.
The other people who live around here. Local people, I didn't want trouble.
What trouble?
You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the Union, internally. Please, I just didn't want any trouble.
So ignore the wall to save your own skin.
I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually.
It's a little late for tears, isn't it? Should have used them to summon the police. Alright, that would be too insensitive at this point. Alright, not your fault.
Yes, I know. It's just... Was there anything else?
Do you know who made that call then?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires.
I wanna say something that starts with G and ends on Y, but I'm not gonna say it. Cause I might be in trouble with Twitch.
People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
Okay.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Okay.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I'm gonna just might as well ask her for my badge and gun if she's seen it before I leave the conversation.
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer.
No, I mean, have you literally seen my badge anywhere? I lost it.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't go there again.
Yes, I know, but that wasn't what I was asking. My badge is missing.
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Yeah? Oh, my uniform is missing as well? Yeah. Our partner doesn't have a uniform.
He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is. There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried in them as well. Others do it more casually. Looks like you're one of them.
What about my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
Why did I show you my gun?
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and
What did I do?
you were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
What the fuck?
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you off them.
Off of what?
You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out, off of that, people don't like that.
I wouldn't like that either.
I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall, painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains." Very nice visual.
I should have killed my what? Why would I threaten to kill myself? Look at this world. I love to stay.
There is silence on the other end of the line.
Yes, but what happened to my gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns.
Man. My drunk person is a joker. What is happening here?
It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask.
Pawn the gun. We have a lead. Have you seen my uniform?
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things.
I don't know what disco thing is here she's talking about, but... Alright, bye.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
What? Wait, why does she seem angry with you? 58% chance to roll to figure that out.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags, when she was still working there.
Wait, before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I can't remember anything.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit.
What skua thing?
The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac.
Man, I'm shitty when I'm drunk, man.
I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
Bitch bird god, what was it coming for to her? Why do I always end up screwing everything up?
It was a pretty bird, there since I started working in whirling. I really liked her. We call her Scotty.
So you're telling me I made you quit?
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
karaoke guy. Tell me what I did.
Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive.
Must be because of the gun.
Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now.
Sure, which song?
We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody.
Sorry.
To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there.
It was pretty bad there.
I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know.
Damn. Seems like I'm the criminal and I should be put into jail. What's going on? What is this evil inner demon?
And then you scream something about how you're a piece of shit human being, and why does anyone even let you work as a policeman? That you'd fire yourself, but you can't even do that.
Sounds intense.
And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen.
Oh boy.
I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself.
What police documents have I clogged in the toilet?
The ones I had to wrench out of your toilet.
What happened to them?
Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do. Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away.
Okay, I get it. I wasn't very good, Tenant.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
Truly sorry for everything. I was trying to show you the world of tomorrow, the great panic at the end. Well, you're the worst tavern wench I've ever seen. Girl, just loosen up a little bit. Don't you ever party? Huh? I don't even know what to say. I'm gonna say sorry.
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
But when I spoke to Garde, it seemed like he thought you left because of him.
Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. I like Guard. I really do.
Didn't he cross a line when he asked you out?
No, I was actually flattered. I've always liked him. It was just bad timing. With the corpse and all that.
There's a pause. You can almost see her on the other side. The telephone cord coiled around her index.
Okay.
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. So I left without explaining. I should have told him maybe.
I can tell him.
Okay, but please don't mess it up. Please don't take out your gun or something.
Right. Thanks for talking.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? '57's over and out.
We good?
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Good. I'm good. Alright, let's talk to this guy to tell him that this girl actually liked him. You know, try to do some good after all the shit we've done. For some reason that we've done. Why did this keep highlighting? What's this?
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full-flavor cigarettes.
What are its how marks? What does that mean?
Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it.
You've dated a Romanian chick? I think Eke Alfredo told me he dated a Romanian chick. You did too? She got jam bones? Okay, dude.
It comes free with a six-pack of Vermilion Roy d'Or. The words Roy d'Or are stamped into the crown's plastic. The sentiment is called anti-centennial nostalgia, pining for a time before the turn of the century. It's common even now, after 50 years.
Oh, that was information I didn't really need to know. Was that guard?
Can I help you?
Yes. I talked to Sylvie, she left because of me, not you.
Wait, what? But what about the bird?
The bird?
Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left.
I broke it.
You broke the skewer!
I assure you it was him.
Why on earth did you have to break the skewer?
You tell me, it's a mystery, I just break things, it's the way I am, maybe I have a vendetta against it. It's a mystery.
I can't believe it. I was so sure it was Sylvie. Even worse, I thought she was trying to send me a message. Symbol of hope and all.
A tender type of hope. Something stirs in you. Perhaps this is why you broke it.
All right. Did she say anything else? About me, you know? Did she say anything about me?
She said she was flattered, or just the bad timing. She said you're nice, but also her poor. I mean, come on, the power vertigo here. I don't know what that means. I'll just say the first thing.
Really? I should give her a call then.
He wipes his brow and stares at the counter.
Thanks, I guess. Was there anything else you wanted, or...?
Yeah, at least I got some experience. Which I'm gonna increase my intellect even more. Because I don't know if I need the other things at the moment. This thing is still getting researched. Alright. Where are we going next? They did say that we sold our gun in a pawn shop somewhere, maybe? I know of one shop, but it says it doesn't sell guns. Ask your station for additional funds. You need to pay for your damages you caused. Okay, I could try to do that. Keep searching for the cover, despite lacking any obvious leads. Might take some time. Find a way into the secret passage. Find any information about your gun. Oh boy. Well, we have some bottles, so I'm gonna go to that shop first. Get some cash with the bottles I've
The tear
collected.
machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now. Do you know what you should do with that money?
No!
You should buy more alcohol. Enter the endless cycle of consumption.
Fuck off, brain. No, Bulgaria also has very pretty girls, similar to Romanians. Just their behavior is not very pretty.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
Does Fritty have a warehouse in the back? I don't know who Fritty is, or why I'm asking that, but I'm gonna ask it.
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
Come on, give me something to work with here.
She looks up from under her brow.
fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
Okay. But what do you mean Fritty? Isn't this Fritty as well? Fritty clerk? Who other Fritty are we talking about? I'm a bit confused, man. In the back of this place. Can I get to the back of this place? Somehow? Doesn't seem like it. I can only go up. Maybe this little room? It's locked. There is some highlighted here, but I cannot go there. Alright, let's ask the radio, call the police station, see if they want to give us some funds.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Right. Please hold.
If you ever come to Texas, I'll show you where all the cowgirls hang. I don't see myself going to Texas ever, but sure, I'll hit you up.
10-4, come in. Fireworker, over.
I'm in dire need of financial assistance.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but... What does he want now? He's asking for money. Is he fucking kidding? I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
True.
Right, that's a negative on the additional funds, over.
Negative. It is paramount to the investigation. No, it's not. Please, I'm begging you here. I don't even have a place to sleep tonight. Okay, I heard you, no funds.
Anything else, sir? Over.
There's personal details I'd like to discuss. Sure.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
I actually have no idea what I'm gonna be asking here. I need information.
Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
I need some confidential information about myself.
That's a negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present here. Over.
I wanted to know if you got my badge description and in your report, could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth.
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
But I'm not Dick Mullen.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
Where do I live?
10-4. Your address?
Hold up, Jules. He doesn't fucking know where he lives? Did I hear that right?
Seems like it, sir.
No, fuck him. Don't tell him anything. You understand? He's been hellbound for the gutter. Let him have it.
Sorry, sir. Anything
What the fuck?
more I can do for you?
What are these
Over.
police comrades of mine? They're literally throwing me in the gutter, man. Any news about my family?
10. Excuse me, sir. Over.
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
I'll continue.
No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't that good on
Okay.
that front. Over.
Have I told you about my life or anything?
10-4. Well, that's,
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work?
He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCN.
For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman for a change.
Okay, dude.
Sir, Satellite Officer Vicmar says...
I got him.
So, was there anything else?
Wrap it up.
Understood, sir. Over.
Over.
Roger that. 10-10. Over.
Bye. Well, won't be able to find easy money, I guess. Alright, there is only one place we haven't been to really, is here in the back and further in. See if we can find something here. Don't wanna talk to these Joker kids either. What about this? The winch, this winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years. What does that mean exactly? It's like rust, yeah? Oh. We can actually go here? Can we? We can, but there seems to be something here that maybe I can get to at some point. I don't know how. Is that an opening? I'm not sure. Oh, there's a door here.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material.
Oh, it's just material.
Tonight.
Wait, that kind of looks like a door though. What is this? Perception row? Why am I looking at this pile on the roofing material? What is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Glad you asked. When junior researcher Olari Tal invented Eternite in the Vatna Polytechnic Institute some 30-odd years ago, he thought it would last forever. Hence the name, Eternite. Sadly, the only lasting thing turned out to be the material's highly carcinogenic effect.
I don't know what carcinogenic is. Isn't that like cancerogenic? What is carcinogen? This is such a war roll. Might as well do it.
Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite.
I knew it.
That's why they're too orderly.
Man, we got super lucky with this one. Holy shit. Cancer causing. Wood can cause cancer? Really?
There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Bro, I wouldn't be able to go through here if I didn't get lucky on the roll. How else would have been able to go there? Interesting. Give me 1 minute, man.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Alright. We're going in then. A mystery shit. An empty tube of magnesolam? Magnesium supplement. You rub on your chest to live a happy magnesium-rich life. Okay, dude. Cured pig's head looks mummified. Oh boy. A silver plate with traces of bone Yellow powder.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
No.
The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Yeah, because I am an addict.
There's a good, vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
I am the police. What do you mean perhaps the police should interfere? I wasn't thinking about taking it. I swear I was thinking about justice. I've heard amphetamines make you a really good detective. Are you a really good detective? I'm gonna say justice.
Of course, detective. Swift justice. Don't worry, we don't have to investigate every trace of narcotics.
Yeah, swift, lightning justice. Faster, harder, justicer.
See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Okay. Get out of the way or get fucked up. Some coin. Going up the ladder. Are we gonna go where we were? Oh no, we are not where I thought we were, but what's this? Wait, we came from here? Okay. What about here? Oh, we can go here. Nice. So that's what we were looking from down street. Doorway gonna collapse soon. Restoration pure keeps the ring together. Postcard Grand Kurun 37. I don't know why I need that, but I have it at the moment. For some reason. Okie dokie. HP that I don't know why I need to use. I've never really felt I need to use HP. This game. Some things on the ground here. More coin. What more coin? Who leaves coin here? What the fuck? Photos I can sell. This door should be inaccessible. Still. Move! Why cannot I go through this door though? Eh?
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here.
Walk, Lieutenant. Someone left his cloak.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment.
Yeah.
You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Look around. What exactly are we doing here? Do you really think the cloak is mine? Should I go for it? Jump? Severe challenge. Go for the cloak, jump over. 3% chance to succeed. How is that 3% chance, man? This is not that high of a jump. Look, the door. Usually a door is like 2 meters. And if you put like 2 stairs remove from the door, that's like 1.50 meters. How is it hard to jump 1.50 meters, man?
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. Then he turns back to the sad piece of fabric flapping in the wind.
Realism? I don't know about that. I mean, I guess I'm a bit old, maybe like 40, but still. There are some pretty athletic people in the 40s.
What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the industrial harbor. They're bound to have information for us. I thought that was our intention. Or it could be that we are just exploring. The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it? Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2
Yeah.
stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide?
But I have only 3% success chance if I wanna do that. That's impossible to try. I'm gonna leave that as it is for now, man. See if I can get extra chance before I do that at all. I'm gonna check the other street. What the fuck? And why cannot? I guess this door you get to if you get the drop chance, which we couldn't do. I already checked here though, yeah?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, well, the body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Trash? Food waste from the cafeteria? They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too.
We should open it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
How do we get the walk up?
We could try using a pry bar. The one you took from my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
That sounds...
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
That is better, yeah. We have a very low chance to force jam the two under the lid and pull. I'm not gonna do 3%, man. We're gonna ask the manager. Politely. And that this is a part of an investigation. Let me check this. I did get a card. Does the card go here?
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
But I have a card. Doesn't seem I can add it here. I have a... Grand... Oh, that's a postcard. I'm not sure what to do with that yet. And what's this? It's locked. Wait, was that here before? Oh! Some hidden stuff on the floor I didn't see earlier. Coin. Who leaves coin on the floor? I'll take it. That's Wiki.
Can I help you?
Is the trash container out back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
Them there.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
What does cowards mean? Cowards.
Callous.
Showing or having an intensive and cruel disregard to others. Heartless. Oh, you mean his way is being callous? No, I don't think so.
Okay then. Maybe you're callous yourself.
We need those keys.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
The lieutenant horse's voice is harsh all of a sudden. Damn.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Alright. I'll take it. Good, sir. Thank you. Was this guy here before? I'll check it later. Whatever.
This trash container is locked.
Open.
With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Why? Didn't I just get a premonition that there's something in there?
There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid.
I'm not afraid, open it.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Sure.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Look under the boxes of carton, pick up the rags, search the food waste. Oh boy. We're going full trash scavenging, eh? Alright. Option number 1.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar.
Oh boy.
A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Pick up the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Oh, don't tell me those are my pants, man.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes?
Oh.
Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay.
Why would they remove his pants?
Drop them in here, officer.
Evidence bag. Oh yeah.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach this slimy thing.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
Yeah, this guy was a mercenary.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
I don't want to ask the kids, man. The kids are jokers. What do you mean, okay, proceed? We should go to the guard and ask it. But, you think?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Alright, I don't want to deal with this kid.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
Might as well search the food wastes.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey,
You know, I actually have a story of me putting my hand in the trash. Damn. So I was in a university. I was 19. And we were waiting outside. A lot of colleagues, you know, when you go into the university, you're not classmates anymore, you're colleagues. We're waiting for the next hour or something. And for some reason, one of the girls decided to throw some coin into the trash. I don't remember what exactly she said. She's like, this spare change, I don't need it. And it literally threw it in the trash or something like that. I'm like, what? I go and start going through the trash to pick it up, man. And I did get my hand dirty, but who the fuck throws money? Aye. People were looking me pretty weird, but I don't fucking care.
nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Sure.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
It can be.
Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form.
Why would I have an autopsy form, though?
If you don't mind my asking, how could you have let your paperwork end up in the trash?
Must have been my cramping my style. It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to use it for the great bloodletting to begin. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore. That's why I tried to flush my cop life down the toilet. Probably that was it.
Well, lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes.
Sure, I'll do it.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
Thank you.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
An antique?
Only in its social sensibility.
Well, I guess I can take it just to sell it, but...
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Interesting.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
2 new items I could
That's
interact.
one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Alright, let's see here. I have a mug. This broken eared mug somehow made its way into the dumpster. It depicts a person of Samaran descent frolicking in a field of saffron flowers. I don't know what frolicking is. Buck-toothed and grinning feeble-mindedly. It seems to be a cheap knockoff of some colonial era antique.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
Okay. What about the ledger?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Thank you, waterlogged ledger, for spelling it out for us. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart.
Inspect the toilet paper.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
I'll take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks marginally better.
Inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Run my fingers.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before.
Hey, Lieutenant, what's this?
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved.
Or maybe my name, which I'm trying to find.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Example.
All RCM vehicles have had lights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
I'm gonna get to your vehicle for that then.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Alright.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
Browse the white papers.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you.
What do you mean January 51? That doesn't make sense.
It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Is 2 cases a week a good case, Walt?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
This must have been my Walt.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
I'm sure I made plenty.
It's okay. We all make mistakes.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
Mention of something?
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Okay.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. Others appear more light-hearted. The guy's on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the Ukar parlor. Even the rare Article 3 collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Kim.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, I mean...
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Why?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
The square bullet hole murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
Real. Count the pages.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
Commit? Sure.
Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental event.
Do you have a pen?
The lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder, like large caliber bullets on an ammo belt. He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
Can I have one?
Know that I give this to you with resentment.
Okay, dude.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the blue oblong pen in a brash freehand uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Have you named the case, Lieutenant?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The hangman, the Furies are at home in the mirror, the setting sun, shit on a stick. The hangman sounds good.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Alrighty.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Browse the yellow papers.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copier paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
Okay.
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields, but they appear pleasantly vague. These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing.
So it's like general information about giving out like tickets.
A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM.
What was the color?
Blue.
Yeah.
The blue heart. Don't look into it.
This is the second time I'm getting this notification. Shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it.
I don't know what a permeable is, but pick inside.
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
How would I open it?
With your hands. U4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board.
Let's give it a little smell.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
I don't want to try to open it with such a small chance yet, but I would try to read the case files.
Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the Next World Mural.
Wait!
Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
And?
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
Horus Devi Berenger, Hram Daryan Bin Zakin. Those aren't my initial, I'm not feeling them. I don't know what to say.
I got nothing here either. Logic really isn't the best faculty to have this conversation with. But it's the one you got. So sorry. Yeah, we're staying out of this business for now. HDB is bad news from yesteryear. It takes about half an hour to piece one together using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start?
Why do I want to revisit those? Sure, the first one.
This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne. Cause of failure, rent too high. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class. People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell lectures have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the Next World mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown. The case files do not show you finding the author of the design. The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villalobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between two options.
Remove the mural, it is wrong. But I'm not sure. I'm trying to follow the story, but I didn't understand anything. Can I read this? A graffito, which is a mural, appears on a 8-story building. The mural is enormous. Two silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "Only in the next world for new people, it is too late for us." So is it like a suicide message? I mean, graffiti is against the wall. Yeah. It is, you cannot do graffiti on buildings without proper permission or something like that, so remove it.
A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it.
Wow.
Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us.
All that is raised to wreak havoc on the middle class. The middle class are not to be blamed, it's human nature. I like it, but can we wreak havoc on other nations instead? I must have voted to remove the thing because I don't believe in the rubbish. Yes.
No one cares what you believe in, man with the smelly toilet ledger. What do you want to tackle next? Or are we done?
I don't know. I don't feel like I need to read all of this,
Not
at least at the
much has
moment.
changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still.
Pen. Can I return the pen to him though?
Lonesome. Long way home.
I completed a thought.
Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Learning. Cap for precision raised to 5. Speed gives 1 psi. Okay. I'm not sure what that means or does, but I guess it helps. I don't want -1 logic. I already did that. Doesn't seem like I can do any of those others, I think. Or can I only click here? I'm not sure what I'm doing with this. I don't want to internalize this thing at all. -1 logic. Do I have to? Maybe I need to do them in order. I'm not gonna do that yet. Maybe if the game tells me to. I don't want -1 logic though. First go to the kinema. Ask if Hunung knows anything about the victim's cause. Ask guard. Alrighty. Is this the kinema? That's where I thought we need to turn the lights on.
Inside,
Yeah.
you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
How do I turn the
pull-out
headlights?
toolbox.
Alright. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian comes to life with a whiny growl.
Headlights.
The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Let's do it.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Okay.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Sure.
The first row has 18 dots.
What about the next?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some. You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number, a wave of pride washes over you. Though you can't say why, precisely.
Okay.
The last row has 3 perforations. That's it.
Look at the street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Look around me. Why?
A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Ah, Martinez.
Where are we on this?
Let me see. Right here.
Okay.
No, it does not.
What do all this whole means?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
Giga-chan.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
I've done this for 18 years.
That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth?
I walk the land tailing in liars of the end to come. There are 9,850 days remaining. Boring office job. Feel like I just went around apologizing. Do you really think I have any idea?
Fair point. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see, wow, more than 200.
216.
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
So you're used to saying I'm a super cop? Used to be good at some souls, I guess.
Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
So I'm a killer?
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
Good.
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
Have you ever killed anyone, Kim?
Yes.
How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like what?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Maybe we should find a hobby.
Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
Okay, dude.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
Alright.
The lieutenant nods.
Alright.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Oh. Statistics. Superstar cop. Apocalypse cop. Sorry cop. Why am I a sorry cop? Boring cop. Communist. Fascist. Ultra-liberal. Moralist. Good cop, bad cop. Honor? Why don't I have anything on honor? Or maybe those are the statistics I've done to my previous things? Okay then. Guess we go talk to Garte again. I don't remember this guy. Who is this?
Can I help you?
Here's your key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
Found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fatigue state. Could someone on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there.
I think fugue states are more your forte, officer.
Okay, dude. Who else has a key?
The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Makes sense.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Yes?
Okay. I guess I could always ask Kuno, but who else has unauthorized access? Find this person you know who tampered with the scene. May take a while. Oh boy. Not Kuno. But I have to be diligent. He might have seen something.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Talk to the gardener. She said not to listen to you.
Pig, do you have any idea how fucking stupid that sounds?
No, you're stupid.
Kuno's cruising his bitch on the town, and the bitch comes back griefing to the Kuno. What is up with that?
How dare you disrespect the lady like that?
Get the fuck out of here, fat ass. Those pants are too small for you.
Why am I getting morale damaged? What the fuck? Couldn't I found your shack?
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I just did that.
And then what? You fucking there? You fucking Kuno's kingdom?
No.
He's trying to fuck at you again, Kuno.
What's with the tube of magnesium, Kuno?
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
You could use some.
No, thank you. It's magnesium, right?
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a bottle.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
What the fuck are these kids talking about? What was it, the pig head?
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Trying to send me a message?
Yeah, to the both of you. Watch your ass in Kuno's town, or Kuno's gonna fuck your head off.
Powder.
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there.
He needs to get to jail for that. Why cannot I put him?
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you?
No.
You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
Is that my code?
Is it? You got pretty fucked. Kuno's surprised you've still got your head after all that.
After what?
Don't sweat it, drunk pig. Kuno will keep your nasty secrets. Kuno's not snitching.
Yet, that conclusively explains how the coke got up there.
Can I get through the harbor from the roof?
Course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the docky boys his gimps? Just gotta fly, pig.
At my age?
Not everyone can fly like Kuno. You're old. You'll never make it. Moose piss has made you scared in the head.
Moose piss is probably alcohol. That's all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy. Just jump.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
What was I gonna ask him else though? About the trash? Crime scene?
Yeah, the kingdom of Kuno. The fuck do you want
The
with
clothes
it?
were in the container.
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I need to know.
Listen, listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
You must have seen his clothes lying around.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around. Except for that up there. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
You don't know anything. I'm investigating.
Whatever. Kuno was trying to help you, but you're too fat for fouling anyway, pig.
No, you didn't help shit. Show him the mug.
The a mug in the trash. Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Yeah, they're connected.
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you picked it after the mug fucker, cause he's the clothes fucker?
What?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
Someone has tampered with the scene.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator. Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting 2 and 2 together here.
I don't know if I want to tell you that information, Joker.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
What the fuck?
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno doesn't...
This kid, man. Man, what now? Was there a bottle here? Yeah. Doesn't seem like I can click it though. Isn't that a bottle? No, just a box. Information on the gun. High up in the Union, maybe. Warwin's absent bartender. Local pawn shop. Haven't seen a pawn shop besides the lady there. Secret passage. Alright, well, we haven't went up still. And I think there was something to do if I go to sleep. But I'm gonna try going up for the time being. There's the girl. What? What's that? What's this red thing? Erotic. Can you put a postcard on this thing though?
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes.
No. Is it an interactable object? Items. Doesn't seem like I can equip it. Okay, let's go top. This is where the girl was. Some stuff here. This thing seems locked. This door is probably locked as well.
There must be another way into the building.
What the fuck? Why did he sound like that? Scary, man. Holy moly. Alright, let's check this next street. Oh, what's this? Pigo? What the fuck? Frame of motorcycle.
Yeah, you better keep walking.
Go up there. They just spill the paint. There's a door here. some other stuff. Sure. Construction. I guess I could drink one magnesium, since I'm a bit worn more out. Who's that?
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbor. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
What does the O stand for?
Baton, my maiden name.
What exactly is the RCM?
I meant you, the Revachol Citizens Militia.
Yeah, of course.
The police.
That's what I thought as well. What gave us away?
Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
No.
Relax. She meant it in jest.
A jester.
I'm glad to see you here.
Tight, cold grip.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
I heard about the Wild Pines earlier in the story, but I don't know what they're exactly. You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
Not a lot of people on boats are there.
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Oh. We are... Really?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
I thought we were in Revachol.
We are. And the city of Revachol is on the island of Le Caillou.
Okay. Haven't seen anyone else.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Revachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich.
Why?
Why what? Stop thinking. Take her down.
Yeah, have police work to do.
Have it your way.
Does your boat have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cor de Leyte 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
What kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft. A 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
You like it?
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
Okay.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Kappa.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman, assessing her.
Do you have a license for this boat?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
Qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming. Where's the damn license?
It's good enough for me. I'm not gonna go out of my way at the moment.
Why wouldn't it be? This is Revachol, Wayfare Act and all. Anyone can drive a boat. Good.
Tell me about Wild Pines.
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
You're in good company.
Why, thank you.
I didn't know what was the real meaning of the remark either, honestly. Got it.
She nods.
What can you tell me about this track?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
What if I want to hear about trade secrets? What is your role in this?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
I know him. Measurehead.
Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead.
How were the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike?
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
I don't know what concession means, but probably what they just said here.
Ludicrous even. It's meant.
What happened to this Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to... how did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Okay then.
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
What are the demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines Group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
The king is king.
That may well be. It's not up to me to decide who is king, but as negotiations go, it's not a swell start.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
No, wait. The chief negotiator heard it from a man at the gates. Surely the Wild Pines group has more effective channels of information. After all, 2,200 people are on strike.
Makes sense.
This is a big deal for them.
The scabs at the gate. What are scabs?
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the Union refuses to? If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
Tell me about the boss.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first. Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Is he that bad?
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Who is that?
Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself?
The Debardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
A mob. The Debardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Debardeurs Union is...
I mean, probably this, but honestly, it's hard for me to keep with properly the story to really give a proper answer. So I say, not an opinion.
Of course, officer.
You said something happened in the elections?
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Eerie.
Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
So we can talk about for now, I guess.
Of course. How else can I help?
What about, about the lynch?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Okay.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Remember when my partner told you I recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
Yes.
I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please.
It's possible after a night of heavy drinking I lost all my memory.
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
Nice of you.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Uh-huh.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Sympathy for my amnesia, for suggestion. Then I'll find it. I don't need
Of course.
bribe.
But before we do, officers, let me be perfectly clear. The situation is extremely volatile. The sooner we can speak about this lynching business, the better for all of us.
I'm not gonna ask for money. Think.
Of course, Detective.
Well, we have a lead. We need to find the badge somehow at some point.
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at the sailboat. Huh. Why is she thinking about that one?
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
No need to get defensive.
And here I was trying to be polite. Just can't win with you pigs.
A brush, an artist. The red splatter is urban expressionism.
What are you looking at?
The lieutenant is desperately searching for another handkerchief.
She turns her head to face the cause and nods disdainfully towards Joyce performing maintenance on her boat.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
What the fuck?
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershaw. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
You mean Joyce?
On a first-name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world.
Wow, the negativity.
Have you got a crush on her? Aching for an opportunity to defend her honor?
No? What the fuck are you talking about? What are you doing to this wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
Yeah. Why are you so committed to defacing the building?
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium. I thought I'd mix it up, you know, summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
Seems like you need to get put for a couple of days.
Yeah?
I'm gonna have to stop you. This is a hooliganism.
Let's be realistic. What are you going to do? Climb up there?
You heard your partner, Piggy. I'm unstoppable.
You don't know anything about the murder before I catch you.
I ain't no snitch, Pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko. Watch your back, ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
You watch your back, cause I'm coming. You and Kuno are going down.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
Knock.
The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response.
Knock, knock.
The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
Who am I speaking to?
Doesn't matter who I am. Now go on, get out.
It's the police! Open up!
Ha! The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building.
What a joker is.
Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door? There must be another entrance to the east.
Kim, tell her.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
There is no reply. Just faint, sweeping sounds inside.
Back door, you say? Alright. Well, our only lead at the moment is check the pawn shop. But we were already there, weren't we? And what about this place?
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Yeah, I don't think we have a order to break into a random person's door. Who is this spy?
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
Yes. You hide something? Trouble's found you? I just want to know what's going on here.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
Yes.
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
Someone watching him?
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Can you tell me your name? Looks like you've got a good view. Tell me about this hanging.
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Yeah?
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
I must have been here when I was drunk. Did I?
No, not you. Some more muscular type.
Huh?
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Last week? I don't know. Look.
Old patio chairs and dead house plants lit out the scene.
He's an actor declaiming a soliloquy. See how you hang on his every word.
What's a soliloquy? I don't know.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
What kind of friend?
It was my Sunday friend.
A Sunday friend. How intriguing.
Drugs. What's your friend's name?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. In the neighboring windows, you can see faint reflections of his silhouette, all from different angles.
What about your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
I've heard that name before, I think.
That's definitely not his real name.
You're not actually called like that.
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
Alright.
No. We won't.
This guy was not useful to me at all.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Suggestion raw. This is a red check, it cannot be retried. I'm not gonna do it.
Good luck with the investigation.
He's gone.
We should run after him, see where he went.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
We give up?
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case.
Sure.
There has to be a way of getting inside the building. Let's go check out the door near the pier again. Once we found the way in, we can ask around for his apartment.
So, is the door in the pier the door with the lady? Fire away inside the apartment through the north.
Another way into the building.
What's the sound, man? This girl, haven't talked to her in a while, even though she's a joker. Does she have something for me?
Trying to sneak up on me again!
Fuck off.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Oh, I got the extra chance from the blue thingy. I made it try it, so I might as well try white check.
Yeah. Why? It's a wall.
Okay.
An old.
Why must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass by?
There's something to it. I just know it. Are we trying the door again? This is the door to the pier on the north, right?
A sturdy metal door. This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man vanished into.
I couldn't find anything in the backyard.
Good. We had enough problems with bums and drunks and thieves loitering in the hallway. You have no business here.
Convince her that I'm a real policeman. Pretty high chance with a white check. Getting a lot of pluses from Kim being here and Kim confirming that we're officers. Let's roll. Authority.
You can't think of anything convincing. Time for some police brutality.
What? I'm gonna light up this place. Open up or I'm gonna breach this motherfucker. Ma'am, if you don't open this door, I'm gonna introduce you to a laterovascular neck restraint. What? I didn't wanna do any of those things. Roll up your sleeves, kick the door, or just talk. I talk.
No, you're not.
Okay.
You don't scare me, punk. I may be an old woman, but I can still take the likes of you.
Damn. I'm gang the living here. I don't wanna fight this old lady. I'm gonna try my check again later. What else can we do with this journal thingy though? Find a way inside. Track down the gun or the badge. Secret passage. Find out the muscular man. There was something with the kitchen as well that I need to sleep on, but I forgot exactly as well how. I'm gonna go around that as well. What's this? Oh, that's the...
This coin-operated viewer.
That's the thing you can look through. This guy didn't tell me anything last time. He was just a drunk. What about now? Nope. Little girl, those two, I don't think they have any information about me. The car. This guy, does he have any new dialogue options?
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind?
Nothing. The gardening lady, do you have anything new for me?
Hello again, officer. Since the street sign's messed up?
Nah, thank you.
No problem.
What? What about this Joker?
Looking for something odd?
I found this mug.
To tell me to
Oh yeah,
fuck off
the
again?
racist mug. And this guy was a racist. Let's see if he has something to say about it.
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
Is it yours?
God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
Okay, dude.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
Isn't this a pawn shop, man? What's a pawn shop? A pawn shop is where you give things to get money, right? This is just a normal shop, though.
The tear machines. Your bottles clunk into the machine. Do you know what you should do with that?
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know.
So where the fuck is my gun? Maybe it's somewhere further on the down? And what can we interact with here? This is a muscular guy that potentially would have been asking questions.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
There was this truck you can interact with, but I think I didn't want to do it. Because it wasn't righteous.
The lorry stuck
Look in the window.
traffic jam. The windows are
Oh,
clear.
I already did everything here. The old lady, we left her. Kim, do you have any ideas?
Yes?
Nothing. And the other muscular guy is the one guarding. Could try talking to him again as well. And this guy as well.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
I'm not gonna ask for money. Alright then.
Last we saw, your race was being superseded by the Seminese.
is going nowhere. I'm not finding booze. No. End of the day debrief. Join him at the balcony after 10 when you're calling in the day. So I could call the day and debrief with Kim potentially for more information. And the only thing I have could potentially check before I do that is the manager again and the other people on the left.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabinier do for you?
No. Wait, there were 3 people here.
Yes.
Oh, that's Kim. No, I'm not gonna drink my memory away though.
I have really outdone myself.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat ass of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
Damn!
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle.
Sure.
Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
Oh, I haven't talked to him. Alright. Tell me, what do you know about the dead man?
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
Ah, that's the Martin I knew. You must have heard something.
No, officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys. I can see that.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
Nope.
He means caviar socialists.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
Sounds good.
Odd. He doesn't seem to be lying, but there's something off here.
You're holding back?
I'm not. I'm not even anyone.
What?
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard.
Evrard is the brother that is the brother of the leader of the Union. How do you know him?
Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea. There he stands, proud, rigid and alone, like a cracking marble statue.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Lest we leave riddled with bullet holes. This animosity is ancient.
Are you a Union member?
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debardeurs all know me.
In many ways?
Oh, yes.
So you're not an actual member?
Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Evrard keeps me on the payroll, just for the little things.
So that's what it was before. Him hiding something. He tries to make it look like he's a big deal in the Union, and now the illusion is disintegrating before your and René's eyes. He doesn't know anything, because no one tells him anything. He's an outsider.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a Vezavane. turns the way the wind blows and tries to look important. I hate the socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence, never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
What are these little things you're doing?
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say.
What?
Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Evrard and I had these long talks where...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's comic propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
That's why Gaston isn't a union member. Everett needs a neutral party to speak his ideas.
Are you a caviar socialist?
I don't even consider myself a regular socialist. Politics is not really something I involve myself in, officer.
How can you write those newspaper pieces if you're not a politico? So you are a... But you need to believe in something. Freedom the people, or even show, or even money. Keep my noise clean too. How can you write those?
Officer, I have a vivid imagination. And like I said, I have a way with words. That's enough. No need to sink into politics.
He just fluffs it up.
Of course. Don't sink into anything. Don't sink into any fight. Only sink into your couch.
That's smart. Keep my noise clean.
Just easier that way. Besides, life isn't as black and white as René's of the world tried to make it seem. It's all shades of grey, really.
Mon Dieu.
Thanks.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
Right, bye. Well, he has some connection, but we can't really use that at the moment, I think.
Hello again, sir.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to crime.
The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
I should. She didn't want me to open the curtains, but as a police officer, can I demand as a police officer to search something if it looks suspicious? I guess I can, if I'm that type. But I kinda don't wanna. Or maybe I should. She's not telling me the truth. Tell me the truth!
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Talisman playing.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
This is about the curse.
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
She's almost begging you. Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
I need to investigate beyond.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir.
Well, that is a bit rude to say, you cannot stop me. Alright, I'll think about it.
Thank you. Let's just talk about this first, all right? There's no reason for you to venture into the unknown.
Talking is always good. Go see what she has to say.
Yeah, sure, let's talk about it.
There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies.
Why are you
of
so
famous
uptight
people.
about these curtains?
I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
No.
She recites it like it's a poem, or like she's playing a role she's grown tired of.
Why are you still talking about books? Are you trying to put a spell on me? If it's just a storage room, then why does it have a Semanese word protecting it? It's just a storage room, then it wouldn't hurt if I just picked inside. First.
A spell? As if. This place doesn't need any spells or hoodoo mumbo jumbo. This place has wonderful energy.
She wavers under your gaze, mouth pressed into a smile, then something breaks.
Okay, fine. It's because this place is cursed. Just like Annette said, they don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
Mumbling something to her pendant. How this curse manifests itself?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Didn't that curtain just move?
Huh? What does that mean?
Everyone knows that all the previous companies in this building have sooner or later declared bankruptcy, and their malicious spirits are still here, feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements.
I don't believe that.
There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Have you sought help?
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists, and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building, even though now I fear it's not enough.
Is your pendant part of it?
Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a group of people. Doesn't seem like the spell is working. There are no customers around except you.
There are hardly any customers.
Sir, I am well educated in the commercial and esoteric arts. I know what to do and what to avoid.
Try to reconceptualize your business.
You're right. A bookstore wasn't even my original plan. I actually wanted to sell esoteric paraphernalia to help to balance out this neighborhood's dark energies.
I'm not sure. What happened?
My husband suggested otherwise. He said it's less stupid, more appropriate, cultured and all that. But being cultured doesn't offer any protection against the curse, does it? Maybe I shouldn't have listened to him after all.
I don't think the curse is real. I just want you to let me in there.
Most certainly not. I'm not letting you open the gates of hell. In fact, I don't want anyone who isn't familiar with the psychic arts involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective.
I had a few more questions about the curse. What if I want to buy a book? Convince her to let you investigate the Doom commercial area. And that's weird, cause I said the curses aren't real. But But I don't want to deal with this crazy woman curse thing at all. But the problem is that there might be something to my investigation in those curtains. But I don't want to tear her curtains down either. Fine.
Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Wait, what if I don't want to lie? Ma'am, I came here to help. I've handled paranoia. What if I don't want to lie?
You're not lying. You're giving her peace of mind. The means are thus justified.
It's too late to click anything else. Ma'am, I'm a paranatural detective.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I have returned from the void. A para-detective from a long time of para-detective. I sense the psychic emanations from afar. The slipper view. I mean, I have to go with the void, man.
You're no para-detective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker. Pardon me for being so blunt, but...
You look like one. Hey now, hey. You need the booze to focus, alright?
No.
The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook. Go ahead then, rock her world, he thinks. I'll compose some notes.
Admit I've had my share of drinks, but only because the spectral realm is psychologically taxing. You see, it's necessary to drink the spirits in order to contact the void. Man, get me out of here. I didn't sign up for this conversation. It's taxing.
How do you know all this?
Here we go.
Your words brought me here in the first place. The Seminese blood also runs through me. I am the Void Revenant. I have the powers to debad all the bad energy. Yes.
I should have realized. A pattern lies within the fabric. The hand of fate guides us. Our meeting couldn't have been mere chance.
It's not a chance at all, my good sir. I am here to throw the jokers in the void. And you are having void problems. This has been set up from the beginning.
Perhaps you truly are the one to deliver this woman from the doom.
Yes, I am.
But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
The phantoms are no match for me.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
I mean, swearing. I mean, I've always said that I would do my best to deal with jokers. If those cursed paranormal ghosts are one of them, we're gonna have to deal with them. I swear.
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Oh boy.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
What entity?
Yes, a malignant entity that lives inside the chimney. It takes the form of a woman. A witch, most likely. She or it must be connected to the curse somehow.
Chimneys aren't big enough for that.
No, this chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin. What you discover? Probably just some office space. Don't be scared.
So this lady is telling me there is a witch in her chimney that knows about the curse. Alright. Let's get it. Now we have permission to go in. As I swear that I'm gonna deal with the jokers.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking
Pull
the
'em.
way to an up. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I was supposed to be here. She tries her best to walk away. Oh boy. Ghostly silhouettes of hair dryers. It's a face. Vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. I don't know what androgynous is. That kind of looks like a woman though, not a man.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Knock on the door, unlock the door, or break down the door. Knock first.
Only an echo. No one is there.
Unlock.
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
Open the door and enter. Ah, backdoor room. Seemed like a gym. Kim wants to speak to me. Hello.
What is this place?
It's the netherworld beyond the veil. Looks like a gym to me.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages.
Uh-huh.
I doubt the electricity still works. We should find a flashlight if we want to go on. There should be one in my kinema.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
What if there is a reason why no one's been here for ages?
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now, let's go get...
Sure, I'll take a flashlight. Better safe than sorry. We need the light if we're gonna go into the darkness. The righteous light must be strong if we're gonna deal with the jokers. It all makes sense.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the light.
No, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights.
Toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into
Flashlight.
place. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made.
Robust?
Police issue. Blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss.
Alright.
The pull-out toolbox.
Let's equip a robust flashlight. I'm sure it has infinite battery as well. Look. Hello, jokers. I have come. Come out, wherever you are. Shot put bow. What the fuck is that? A bow used for playing shot put. A favorable pestimine of elderly gentlemen. Ah, maybe I can give it to those two guys. CTU Fortis, the rest is worn off. Bench press?
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
Okay.
Why does it feel so familiar?
Lift the barbell. Is this behavior because I'm a weightlifter? Wookim, it's a trap. There are no collars.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
What kind of bastard would just remove the collars?
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
Is this familiar because I'm a weightlifter?
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone.
Did I get fucked? What do you mean? My knee against the mat.
It's just a memory.
Okay.
A memory from another life. When you were young and fit.
I'm not gonna go giga chat on that. It's not safe. Okay. So we're going up, I guess. In the darkness. Blocked by debris. We're going full balls deep in the void, Vertia. Hold my hand, I'm scared. No, I'm not scared. I have the righteous light with me. Begun, demons! Wild animals stare at you in the dark. Stuffed and mounted. A large demi-john full of strange liquids. Spider webs. Oh, look. $3. 3 real. Naked mannequin. Kiss the naked mannequin again. Force? What is Force X mean? I don't know. Haven't seen that one before. So much free gold here. And the woman says her business is not going well. That's why. It's a cross? Okay. Slipstream logo.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here.
I don't get it.
Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other.
Which did they start with and which did they pivot to? What a strange leap of imagination, and they still failed. That's just speculation. We don't know anything for sure.
Not quite. You do know that there's something unusual about this company's business model.
Production schedule, film and memory. What the fuck is that? Cube-like, crisscross, film and feels oddly fragile in your hand, intricate case covered in dust. Silver tape on the side reads production schedule note. Information that can be read using a radio computer. Okay, dude.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural.
There is a guy with a sword there. Gandalf.
Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Inspect the drawing.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic.
The fuck is that?
Translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? You should adopt one of those welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a welkin.
No.
One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examine this important one.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin, green welkin, dread welkin, and
an inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
Why would anyone spend so much time with this? Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions. One of them is a welkin supremacist. Has been educational. Let's move on.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
Inspect the notes.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, Tune Out, Wirral Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe.
Schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like Sprint, Daily Minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. Minimi stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
Step back.
Your eyes glide over.
Photos.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark.
Sounds like Ragnarok.
Carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads,
Bye.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
Is the cube we found?
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
Do you think I should turn it on?
We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
Turn it.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Walk inside.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
Insert.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest? Could this be its dismembered heart beginning to flutter? The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Here we go.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1.
Ah, the witch.
Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What is the production schedule?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
This thing?
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Password? Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Why did you call me Fortress Accident?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Have any other information?
One moment. Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
That's not bad.
And what's that?
Any other questions?
What are you, a machine or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
Programming people are all paranoid. Yvonne, my parent tells me that you're here because radio computer guys are all paranoid. Where are you? How did you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios. Now, please tell me if there's anything else I can do, Fortress. Yes,
She repeats password.
they are merely cautious. It's my job to protect their filaments as a password repeater at the East Insulindian Station.
Okay.
I work as now. Please tell me if there's a thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Let's try print for no reason.
Nothing happens.
Alright. Need to find a password.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic.
How do I know that?
History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
For what?
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
So we're dealing with something middle here?
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants.
Who's the game master?
Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency.
Who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No.
And this is the last thing. A door, maybe?
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Someone tried to exorcise the curse using technology. Looks like an undercover counterintelligence program. It's just a failed business. The only question is what the hell were they making? This.
Yes, that is the question. It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
How are they planning to do that? Has anyone ever done this before and this was a role-playing game? What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but...
It was just a play to cheat money out of their investors' pockets. This would keep it company. Let's finish it.
It's too late for that, I'm afraid.
Oh, did I mean finish the game? I didn't mean that.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Oh boy. More dark room.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red.
Oh, a bear. With red glowing eyes. Oh boy.
The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy?
What is this thing? It was like a giant ice bear.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door.
I don't know what crack open means, but sure.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Just a fridge.
Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge. Let's take a look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Take the note.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Examine one of the ice cream wrappers.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
So they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper carnivore?
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
It is what it is. Henry, the note you found from the giant ice fridge, it still bears some marks from the fruit-shaped kitchen magnets. Interact.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best. but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read it.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe.
The ginger Kuno.
You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sully Soif.
What's the filament memory?
It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
Who wrote that?
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
Maybe they had to live in a hood.
That's a plausible hypothesis.
Who's the illiterate ginger kid? Kuno.
Really? You don't have a single guess? Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
Where is the ice cream maker?
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
There is the ice cream maker. Can I do something with it? Why did I ask about it? Collapsed wall. This is the only thing left. It's like a save?
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Oh, the furnace. This is where the witch was supposed to be, from the curse. We couldn't arrest the kid, even though I wanted to. I don't know why I'm not given the choice.
Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
What is this thing? Is it a furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
So we came to this dark place because upstairs is a bookshop, and the lady of the bookshop says this place is cursed and there is a witch here. And I'm like, oh yeah, from the void. No, literally the guy in the game said from the void. I'm like, sure, I'm gonna go check the jokers from the void for you. Even though I don't believe her.
No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Look inside.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
Maybe the girl and his mother.
What are you doing?
I'm climbing halfway inside the furnace? What? I'm hallucinating, or maybe it's the entity. I hear the murderer of the hanged man talking. I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I can hear someone talking.
Wait, really? We should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
Okay. Yell hello. Or, those voices I heard, maybe it's the malignant entity. Placent said it lives in a chimney. Smear your hands with coal. Kick it with your foot. Can't I just go up the chimney? Kick it!
A hollow ring echoes through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
I lost you health. Smear hands with coal.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. Maybe you could paint something with this coal. Leave a cave painting for future archaeologists. No, that would be stupid.
What? Can I just go in and check?
A thick layer of coal dust
I have
covers the furnace. coloring it pitch black.
Oh, now that I kick the furnace, I have a higher chance on this physical instrument roll. Yo, hello. I'm just gonna go with this dialogue first. I'm talking to my partner, as a joke, I guess.
You're right. The rooms do look like they're connected. But malignant entities don't exist. At least not the supernatural kind.
Always has to be the skeptic, this man.
Alright. This is a white check, so you can retry it. Let's get it.
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then...
Hello?
What the fuck?
You've awakened the entity.
This is the police! I summoned the ghost of this doomed commercial area. Answer me, spirit. Hello, are you there? Speak to me.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
Wait, what? Wasn't I just there? Oh, it's the lady! It must be the lady talking to me. That brought me here, man.
After you, officer.
What? What do you mean after me?
A thick layer of coal dust covers the
I
furnace,
cannot go
coloring
anywhere
it
more.
pitch black. It's dark.
What are you doing? Wait, really?
I'm going back then, I guess. Talk to the lady. I don't know, man. I couldn't find the password for this. Maybe on this thingy?
Your flashlight slides up. Some of the writing has faded. These light translucent. Who are all those creatures? You should adopt one of the Welkins, towering among the rest. It's the Haldor.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing. Some people really like building a world, I think. Even if it's just for a game. This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real. Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too. Just look at those details.
The handwriting is only partly the handwriting. This is a month. Minimi stands for a...
Keep reading.
Mini-me. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left, the photo color, entire ocean. You see, albeit a pinned postcard reads.
Nothing. There is no password here. We've read through everything. Oh. Is this a room? I don't think I've been here. Hello? Uh-oh. I haven't been here for sure. This tiny hallway there. Postcard La Delta. Another postcard. What am I supposed to do with those? Ah, what? Who is this? Dice.
Hello, I'm Nia.
Wait, is that girl talking to me? But... what curtain she was talking about? I got here by luck, man. What do you mean?
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius.
This girl didn't even know I was talking to her until now.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
What?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
I was looking for answers.
Answers? How strange. These days people only come to me for dice and role-playing games. I'm not sure how helpful I'll be, but go ahead and ask.
But what do you mean? This place was locked. What is this woman doing alone here, man?
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalagmites. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
What is this place?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
There's coal-black soot here and there.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Creative.
I've heard this place is cursed. Do you know that people call it a Doom commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
That's what exactly a ghost that is trying to... a cursed entity would say. How do you explain that happened to all these companies then? Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced me that this place is swarming with malicious energy.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
She's a wise woman. She has Semanese trinkets protecting her. Actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There are hardly any customers and she has to exploit her own dollar to keep her company going. The curse is just biding its time before it strikes again. I don't know why the bookstore hasn't gone bankrupt yet. That's what I'm here to investigate.
Alright. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Hold on. The whirlwind is part of the Doom commercial area?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the east of the Commerce Central project.
Yeah, the waitress just took off and there's some bills. I'm one of the people that hasn't paid their bills.
And then there is me.
What do you mean you? What this has to do with anything?
I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
What do you mean you've been here for 14 years? What do you eat? How do you live this place?
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
The woman thinks you're the source.
Malignant entity? What does that even mean? Some kind of sorceress? What about you, officer? Do you think I'm the malignant entity?
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
I think it still might be you that's causing this. Narrow your eyes very mysteriously. I'm starting to see that there is no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations. Honestly, I'm still not sure. This world is a puzzling place. I mean, this thing looks a bit suspicious, man. I'm gonna narrow my eyes mysteriously. I'm not saying it's her, but I might think as it's suggested here.
So I'm the Grand Dragon in the cave. Might I ask what supports this claim?
I ought to summon the ghost of the Doom commercial wherein you were the one answered. There is something ghostly about you, ethereal. Squint your eyes suspiciously. You're the last man standing, you must be responsible. I don't have time for explanations, no. Amongst all those visions I'm getting. I'm gonna look even more suspiciously.
Ethereal? Thank you, but I think it's just the lighting.
Okay, dude.
No, it's the troubled color of her energetic vibrations.
No, I mean it. Your energetic vibrations are off. I sense strategies in your past, darling. Let it go. I'm gonna let it go.
If you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, then let me know.
That's all she has to say on the subject. She has been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see.
Yes. No, the last statement was unnecessary. I don't feel I need to push anything more. That she's not gonna give me anything more as a solid information. We already tried.
Plaisance needs to hear about this. Perhaps if you combine your psychic energies, you will make sense of the situation.
What do you know about the lynchman?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
And you never took your eyes off the work to look at the window.
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
Eh?
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
Sure.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
Isn't this your home? Thank you.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
Do you know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone is gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
There used to be a hair salon here. What happened to the gym? What's up with the broken windows? Did someone here make stuff out of animals? I found creepy mannequins. What's with the rotor blades? I found a strange machine. There was a terrifying taxidermied bear in the sewer. I found the building's intercom, but it's not working. Alright, now it's gonna...
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
What the fuck?
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad.
What's wrong with a bit of experimenting? The customers should have been more open, man. I would never let anyone androgynous touch my hair. What does that mean? Does it mean like gay? I guess I'm a simple man. I don't really have an opinion on hairstyles.
Me neither. I just want it off my face.
What happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
Cool. Who was Artemitep? Maybe that's what Kuno needs. Yep.
Kuno. Who's Kuno?
This little ginger gremlin who likes to defile dead bodies.
Oh, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth? Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard.
No, it's not.
I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
See, a witch wouldn't say such a thing. Definitely sounds like an intelligent woman. Cause I agree with her. She's talking about a kid that we need to arrest. Not even a gym is gonna help this unrighteous person. Great liar. Didn't really work this project then.
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
Oh boy.
You should have known it. It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
What's up with the broken windows?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milias. Who would have guessed?
What's the snuff milieu?
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
What's snuff?
It's a sub-Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
Nothing changes in her tone as she says that. As if it's just another piece of information to lay out for the world.
Is that suspicious?
What does she mean to get off on it?
Don't worry, the ACP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators.
Did someone here make stuffed animals?
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
But what drugs exactly?
Let it pass.
Anything else?
I found creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
Insect rights activists? What in the name?
The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in Kyton from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
Glad someone took care of the little guys, but insects don't have any brains or feelings. They got what they deserve. Making quotes out of bitter wings is a terrible idea. It is a bad idea, I think.
At least it had some spark to it. Most young designers just combine lace with leather and call it original. Anything else?
Those with the rollerblades and skies.
They were made by a company called Slipstream.
Skis.
After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money.
She rests her chin on her hand with an impish smile. Are you the executive? Very suspicious.
Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
Why hasn't this big guy arrested?
Sure, it's illegal, but it's not exactly anything extraordinary in business. Besides, Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those keys and blades are still lying around.
They were just props. Why return them?
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio. They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wiro.
That's understandable. Fantasies are serious things. The mind is the drawing board of history.
Okay, Leolis. But I'm still super confused of what's going on here. We came in here, thank you for the sub by the way. We came in here to search for a witch. And we found this woman. But this woman has been acting very suspiciously. But what she said doesn't give me enough to think that she's actually a witch. I think she's just a normal woman. But the people in the chat are not convinced.
They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seem to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
Yeah, but there are things that don't make sense. Why is she stuck in this room? Where is the other entrance to this room? What does she eat here? How does she not know anything about a hangman? There's too many things that don't make sense at the moment.
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time. Well, I did hear them talking at times.
Okay, Rainer, I think that's a little bit too... what's the other word from drastic that I was thinking about?
They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on.
I was actually thinking about another word. Like, fanatical? No. Extremist.
In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic, and to show up to work on time.
Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult, especially if you've been drinking.
They just have to try harder.
Still, not everyone is going to make it. That's the nature of the game.
The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes, like snowfall.
Anything else?
The bear.
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
Sure.
There was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth.
Okay. 20 cents per hour. What?
And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
I know a girl just like that. She works in the Fritte as a cashier and she's not particularly friendly. What did they expect 20 cents per hour's dogs pay? I'm surprised they show up to work at all. That's an award-winning idea. How else would you choose people around you? I don't have an opinion on employing teens. I just want to know, did it work out? I'm gonna say that I know a girl like that. The Fritte girl.
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Revachol ICT.
Oh boy.
And they already had the bear.
What about the bear?
The bear.
Didn't work out?
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually, Revachol ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
Is the market doing its job? I'm sure the bear was doing its best. The bear was scary. Every time I saw the bear, I felt scared, like it could become alive. The bear was doing its best.
Maybe, because the taxidermist who made that bear definitely wasn't. Doing his best, I mean.
How come?
He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Called it Megatherion.
Sounds cool.
What's a vision beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life by telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
A wise and noble beast, guiding you toward the land where the streets are paved with drugs.
Electrochemistry is the part of my brain that wants me to get drugged and alcoholic. It's talking to me at the moment. No, I've never done any drugs. And I've only pulled one pull of, how you call it? Marijuana. But I didn't feel anything. And I only did it because they really wanted me to try. And I told them, I'll do only one pull. And they're like, do you feel anything? I'm like, no. And that's it. They even said, do more, but I said no. I did it because the guy is a very cool dude. And he has had some good advices about stuff. And wanted me to trust him on this one. But I told him I give you only one chance, one pull, and that was it. So, that was his chance. I don't do drugs.
Very good. You shouldn't do them. You're a police officer after all. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire. Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me.
What intercom did I find? I don't remember such a thing.
I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
Oh, the thing on the outside, on the other side of the building, I see.
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
So you're telling me that the doorbell with the empty name card was yours?
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet. Sure, I'm listening. I'm pretty sure. Sure, I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
8% chance that I can retry. Why hasn't your business failed?
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
Start taking off your clothes. What? Sure.
Excuse me, what are you doing?
Officer!
The zipper is stuck? Is it just me or is it hot in here? I'm trying to warm my body temperature as part of this special technique I have. Is it me or is it hot in here?
No, I don't feel hot. We're in a derelict smokestack. If anything, then it's cold here.
Never mind.
Undressing in a stranger's place of business? Yes, it was an unbelievably bad idea.
Miss, I apologize for my colleague's behavior. He's still recovering from
Yeah.
unusual medical.
Don't want to make things weirder.
That doesn't really excuse it, does it?
How do you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there. Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items.
I don't know, man. This girl is talking way too chill. And she hasn't broken character yet. I don't see why she would be a witch. I trust her. Even though it's suspicious in the start. I like to give all people one chance. So I'm not gonna think she's a witch.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
We're all untethered. Do you have any cursed dice? Tell me about your most extraordinary. I'm sorry, I don't actually know what die I want. Just a normal die. I'm looking for something to help with my work.
I think I have just the right one for you.
Police colors.
Because I'm a police officer?
Not the most original, I know. But sometimes the obvious choice is obvious because it's best.
Yes, the obvious choice is you're not a witch.
Here, catch. They're a gift from me.
A beautiful woman tossing you a gift. Whatever you do, don't overthink it.
Catch the dice? Totally overthinking it, because I'm logical. Oh.
You overthink it. Your hands can't agree what to do, and the two dice drop to the floor and scatter in opposite directions.
No.
Like pearls from a broken string.
Down the drain, like your career. I apologize, officer. That comment was unnecessary.
How did you know my career was going down? Huh? How do you know that? Pick up the red die.
That one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay. The other one was the inverse. They were a set, you see, but now the set is broken. It's a shame. They might have brought you luck. You definitely need luck in Martinez.
Is she pitying you? Good God.
Now, was there anything else?
Yes! We are going back to you being a witch. Come here! Where was it? What is this place?
We're inside the chimney, but when I arrived...
Plaisance was created here.
No? The building? No?
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. How did I... I've grown crafty over the years. You like your nothing...
The lieutenant...
Your window.
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. Well, during date...
She's heard of the murder.
But I never saw anyone during that phase. I might have...
It's light here.
It's really hard to make anything out. It's an odd profession. Making dice for people.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
I think we've missed it. I don't find the dialogue the last thingy. Well, maybe she isn't. We couldn't prove it. 20-sided red die. Report back to her. To the other woman. Alrighty. Alright, lady. There is no witch here. Confirmed. We still haven't found that password though. I can still interact with the barbell to try to pull. What the fuck?
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Sure. What the fuck? Well, I kinda expected that to happen.
You managed to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast. Just an old man with bad form.
True. I'm not the Balkan animal on chain. I still need to get in peak condition.
See? See? This place is cursed.
Sickly, I'm out of shape, man.
Proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip.
Alright, woman. We have solved the case. There is a dice maker there, no witch.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus? Yes, yes. How was it?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
It was a charnel house of failed business enterprises, leeching life energy from this bookstore. Honestly, a dump. Nothing to see there, just heaps of garbage. Someone should let the sun shine in. I'm in no position to give out personal opinion. It's a dump.
But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Neha, and she is a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman like you. No, ma'am, I have felt her aura. She is not the one to blame for this curse. She may be involved, but I don't have a way to question the malignant entity further. This is not a bad answer, actually. But I'm gonna go with a businesswoman.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
She says there is no curse because there is not too many inconsistencies. Lie. The source. I don't wanna lie. Honestly, I don't have an answer yet. There is still leads to be followed, like the strange radio computer thing. There is another entity more malignant pulling the strings in Martinet. Perhaps in my travels we'll cross paths with it. I'm gonna say that she says that there is no curse.
Too many inconsistencies. What kind of talk is that?
Good luck persuade her. Some people can rationalize anything.
First, you are one of those inconsistencies. As I said, she's a novelty dice maker. Her business has been up and running for a long time now. Yes.
Yes, because her business consists of the psychic leech that's been feeding the curse. I see that you've fallen for her manipulation, detective. The investigation is over. I just hope that you haven't made anything worse by going in there.
Okay, dude.
Thank you for nothing. Please, do buy some books, or be on your way.
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you two right now. There was never any other way this could have gone. She's just too far gone into her own mind.
No. She's a delusional joker. There is no witch. Case solved.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am. Can we go now?
Bye. Let's increase our intellect after this session. Here we go. She could have been the... There is no witches here, man. We're in the real world. This is not a place of magic. She's just being delusional. Oh, this place is a bit more lively. Who is that? Hello? Just take a bottle from the bar to sell. What the fuck? I can pick bottles from the bar to sell? Eh? That's so weird. Hey, you woman.
Hello, sweetie.
Does that mean you like me?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
The fuck?
But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
You seem to be in a chair. How do you like to roll with me? I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I am doing. Sweetie needs money. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
I drank so hard I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
The cafeteria.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
In the Reva show?
Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol.
Okay.
Yes, and Revachol?
I don't know.
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I.
What about Starazagor?
I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
Spring of 51? 973. All I know is we're approaching the end times. It's a bad year in my late 40s. Or 50s. I don't even know how old I am. Spring. Yes, we are in the spring of 51.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there. But now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Some type of democracy? I'd like to think it's the dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not. Man, I don't understand politics. I don't even know what this means besides dictatorship, man. Proletariat is a working class, right? Democracy is voting. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. Civilization cowers before us. We are governed by intelligent machines that perform calculations to determine the freest market. Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary. Radios are being used to control people's minds and distort our perception of reality, concealing our true masters, foreigners, and women. This seems like something a ruiner would go for. Just as a joke. COP! We're living under the COP regime. Some type of democracy, maybe.
Nope. Sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
So what does that mean?
Meaning, buying is voting.
So corruption! Is that what it means? If there is no government, how come there are cops?
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
Why not? You've been old and you've seen the world.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
What the fuck? Who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
Alright.
Of course, dear.
So I got a pen? Ape pen? Why did she give me that? Just for information? Maybe she's the witch. You have no idea where you are. Lena encouraged you to ask others to explain the world to you in greater detail. Perhaps try a rich person. Rich people are educated. Have I stumbled upon a rich person so far? I feel like I probably should have taken this quest earlier. Rich person. I guess the racist guy may be rich, I don't know. Or the manager. Hints I'm an ape? Oh no.
Can I help you?
No. I think I go to sleep. If I can do that. And what was this with the I don't wanna internalize Gülemile Milyon. I can choose to forget this? No. And everything else is locked here. But I don't wanna do the Le Million, so I guess everything is gonna remain locked. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how this works exactly.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting.
Oh?
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore. He takes a step toward the door, like he'd like to leave.
Why I don't want to do it? Because it says I'm gonna get -1 logic. Which I don't want. So, I think I'm not gonna do it. I don't know. The game hasn't told me specifically that I need to do all this. It gave me as an option, and I guess I'll choose the option to not do it. I don't know. Temporarily? Well, sure, but I don't want to temporarily become more illogical. I'm gonna leave it. I don't want to do it. I know. I'm just having a feeling about it. Alright, guys, I'm gonna call it here today, this episode. I'm gonna see what we're gonna do next time next. Feels like there's a lot to do, but many angles to approach it from. Sleep on the street. We shall see if we can get to sleep actually or not. I wanted to talk to Kim somehow in the night. Haven't figured that out exactly. I thought I need to sleep about it or something. Or maybe just wait 10 o'clock. We shall see, man. Alright, that's gonna be it, boys. I'm gonna see you on Friday. It's gonna be a shorter stream later. I'm gonna come later to stream on Friday. See you next time. Stay righteous.